Have you wondered how to attract the talents of the new generation?
How to become a leader who keeps them engaged and motivated? The requirements of leaderships have changed with the demands of the young people, who are motivated by opportunities for growth, health and inclusion, thus are driven by recognition and having a greater purpose. That supportive networks benefits the health of leaders by preventing the isolation that follows being in charge. What if the solution was a concept that builds friendships among leaders and future talents?
What if there was an organization designed with inspiration from gym membership structures and sports organizations, having the purpose of growing a team by facilitating weekly activities, as well as hosting events, workshops and education, supported by intriguing collaborations? I bring to you 7 Days Social Club. Imagine having a club that hosts 7 days of activities every month, like social runs, group fitness classes, cycling events in the warm weather, as well as hosting paddle tournaments and having an additional day of a surprise event. Imagine a club that facilitates 7-day cycles of social activities that builds connections, engagement and secure bases at the leaders' workplaces. Imagine the concept of bringing the club together for 7 events a year, hosted in collaboration with intriguing people and organizations. 7 Days Social Club invites Köln to become a centerpiece of this movement and host events that brings leadership, education and intergenerational conversations to the table. I hope this concept have caught the eye of your attention and that you will consider my invitation. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Andreas, and this is my approach on how to build intergenerational networks that builds relationships and friendships between current leaders and the young people who are entering professional lives.
So the first thoughts that came to mind was to seek inspiration in my own experiences and my own skills, as I'm used to facilitate fitness groups and social sports communities. With that in mind, I dived into the research of what characterizes and motivates the different generations and how that I could bring this into the concept. Studies suggest that Gen Z are motivated by opportunities for growth and building relationships, that when they're not learning from the internet, they're learning from the people they're closely connected to. Studies show that loneliness and isolation are a concern among leaders due to the pressure of being in charge. Therefore, leaders are advised to seek social support. I found that Gen Z gets bored when they're not growing or developing friendships, and that having secure bases at work are important for keeping hold of them. To have another set of eyes and opinions on the topic, I've reached out and activated the network of leaders within my own to discuss my ideas and understand how the research applies to the real world, as well as what they value in business networking. I've chosen to do this to evaluate what they would judge in on and what they do not agree upon, as I only have the view on the topic from the perspective of myself and a few others from my generation. In the light of this, I've come to the conclusion that some of the greatest networks built on friendships and genuine connections, as well as the implementation of social activities, brings value to the environment in organizations. With that in mind, I envision 7 Days Social Club. I want to develop a membership that brings leaders and young go-getters together by facilitating joint activities 7 days a month, such as social runs, group fitness, cycling, and paddle tournaments with an added day of surprise. I want to create a membership with the purpose of growing and engaging the network to build friendships as well as the opportunity to grow the club financially, and then become able to facilitate events and workshops for the future. I want to engage the changemakers by hosting 7 events a year in collaboration with inspiring persons and organizations, having the purpose of providing opportunities for growth and bringing important topics and learning to the table. I envision Köln to work together with 7 Days Social Club to become a centerpiece in hosting events and benefiting from the advertisement, networks of leaders, and potential profit made from the occasions. The concept of hosting events has the purpose of motivating leaders and young people to join the club, other than the benefits of social engagement and physical health, as growing professionally brings value to both current leaders and the go-getters of the new generation. Once the club is growing, the membership structure will make it possible to fund collaborative events and workshops that develop skills and sparks meaningful conversation. Finally, I envision 7 Days Social Club to bring facilitators to host 7-day cycles of social activities at the leaders' workplaces, with the purpose of building social relationships among co-workers and creating intern networks. This is a concept that I've already put into work, as I'm facilitating 2 CrossFit classes a week at Velux with great success at the moment. To attract people and grow the network, we're going to use different marketing strategies such as online advertisement, social media and campaigns, personal contact as reaching within our own network, and contacting high-value fitness clubs. But most important, we're going to evaluate, adapt and react to find what works the best. But how about the blueprint for the future?
7-Day Social Club envisions to grow community large and scale, creating collaborations with premium fitness centers, paddle clubs, restaurants, sport brands, festivals, leader developing organizations such as Lederfonden and ours. We envision to grow financially, to become able to facilitate larger events, hiring astonishing people, to educate the group and drive inspiration, maybe even host travel experiences as a group, spending a week at Club La Santa, growing the friendships and bringing our own agendas. Our vision for the future is to create large networks of leaders and young talents in an active social club that builds intergenerational friendships as well as hosting events that brings meaningful conversation through intriguing collaborations.
Hi, my name is Andreas, and this is my approach on how to build intergenerational networks that builds relationships and friendships between current leaders and the young people who are entering professional lives.